Good evening, guys. This is Vivian, and today is Friday. And, excuse me. Wow, where did that come from? I haven't done that all day. Now I get on the video, and here we go. But I am actually reviewing the book tonight, this evening, before I go to bed. I will upload the part 7 of my transformation journey. But we're reviewing this book, A Year of Positive Thinking, Daily Inspiration, Courage and Wisdom by Cindy Spiegel. Now, tonight, we're going to combine two topics. But the headline is only about the deserving, but it's all winding up together. So we'll go into it. I'm going to read both anecdotes, and then I will talk about it, and we can get into it. All right. So last night we talked about optimism and how important it is to remain optimistic. You know, optimism kind of is the sister or brother to positive thinking. So if you remain optimistic and know that everything will be okay, then you can remain motivated to do whatever it is you want to do. Okay, so tonight you deserve a better life. You deserve it. Yes, you do. Okay, so let me read the two anecdotes and then we'll get into it. All right, you deserve to smile. You deserve to laugh. You deserve love. You deserve to experience happiness. You deserve all the goodness that the world has to offer. Everything is temporary. Autumn transitions into winter. The young get old. Caterpillars change into butterflies. This is life. Everything shifts, and each experience is temporary. Enjoy what is, individual and fleeting as it may be. Avoid clinging. Surrender gracefully when change comes, because it will. And when it does, know that you too will shift, but you will always be okay. Liking it, liking it, liking it. All right, so let's just talk about this for a minute. And you know, I'm talking off the side of my head, off the cuff. You know, just going with what I've been reading and hearing and learning and all this kind of stuff. You know, because that actually helps. You know, for us to educate ourselves on what we do deserve. Because actually, we deserve everything. Because if you've read the Bible says, I have come that you may have life and that you can have it more abundantly. Now, what do you think that means? I mean, tell me, what do you think that means? It means that God never intended for us to walk around here poor or unhappy or not having love in our lives or, you know, any of that opposite stuff than the laughter and the happiness and the joy that you deserve. You know, I've seen some people, they will say, oh, well, I can't have that. I'll never have that. Well, if that's what you think, of course, that's what you're going to get. You're going to attract what you're saying that you will never have, right? So if you're speaking that language, you're telling the universe, basically, I don't want it. I remember when my son was little, and you know, we'd feed him the baby food and everything, and he didn't like the vegetables. And so whenever we would feed him the vegetables, he'd frown and he'd push his head back, but he wouldn't say anything. But one day, now mind you, this is a little baby, and his first sentence was, "I don't want it." So we were like, and that's the first thing you say? You didn't say mommy, you didn't say daddy, but you had like a whole sentence, "I don't want it." Basically, I guess because we kept trying to force it in, and you're like, okay, eat, baby, eat. It's so good. We never would put it in our mouths, and he noticed that. He was smart enough to notice that. But think about it. When you say you don't want something, then you're not going to get it. You're just not gonna get it. Because when he just said he didn't want, I stopped giving him the vegetables because I knew he didn't like it. You know, he liked the fruit, and strangely enough, he liked those meat ones, the meat baby food. You know, the ones that used to come in the jar. And yeah, so even though that they were disgusting to me, I was like, oh, okay, that's what you want. All right, this is what we're gonna get. And so I pulled back on the vegetables. It's the same concept. If you are telling God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, that you don't want it or you don't deserve it, then he's just going to pull it back and says, oh, okay, I'm going to put this over here for somebody else that wants it, somebody else that thinks they deserve it. So we have to work on our mindset about that, right? Never walk around with the feeling or the idea that you don't deserve something. You deserve all the goodness God has out there. Because, as this book says, everything transitions, everything changes. Life changes. So even if you grew up in a poor atmosphere, didn't have much, whatever, that doesn't mean that's the way you have to stay. That's not what that means. You are deserving of more. Anything you want, any little thing that you want or desire, you can have. Now, the idea of getting what you deserve or getting what you want has to come from you. It's already out there and available for you. You just have to accept it and talk to yourself in a manner that makes you feel good, and then you start feeling it and you start meditating on it and you start visualizing and you're like, oh, well, you know what, maybe I do deserve that. Let me see. If you start looking at it from the standpoint of it's already yours, because it is. I think I don't know if I told the story here or on my Facebook, but the story, I think Steve Harvey told this story about Faith Street, staying on Faith Street. Because if you go off on Doubt Alley and I don't deserve it lane, then you won't get your blessings. You have to stay right there on Faith Street. It's okay. Just stay right there. Because your blessing is on its way. The delivery man is bringing it. That angel that God sent down to bring it to you, it's being delivered. You just have to stay there. And you have to believe it. And stop rushing. See, that's what we do. Is that we rush. We decide that what we want or what we need has to be there right that second. Or it's not coming. Right? So that's what we do. Because we've become this right now society that thinks that everything is instantaneous. And it's not. It may take a day, may take 2, may take 3 days, may take a week, may take a month, may take a couple of years. But if you leave Faith Street, it's still not going to be delivered. If you move down on Down Alley and hang out down there, then, your package is going to Faith Street. So, it's already being delivered. It can't stop the delivery. It's already being delivered there. But if you give up before it gets there, you're never going to get it. When the book says to enjoy what is, enjoy what you have now in anticipation of what you deserve and what you're going to receive in your future. So if you don't enjoy what you have now, why would you get anything else? Why would you even entertain the thought of getting anything else if you don't enjoy and be grateful for what you have now? And notice I didn't say be satisfied. That's a whole different ball of wax there. We're not satisfied because we're human beings. Well, you know what? I think all the animals on the planet, whether they're Homo sapiens or whether they're dogs or cats or whatever, every living thing on the earth is always looking for more. That includes the plants. Because a plant comes from a seed, right? If the seed was totally satisfied just laying in the ground, there would be no plants. There would be nothing that we could see. Because the seed says, you know what, I'm happy right here. I'm not bursting open and bringing out no plants. Why would I do that? Because I'm just satisfied right here. If a seed did that, guess what? We wouldn't have the flowers. We wouldn't have trees. We wouldn't have fruit. We wouldn't have vegetables. We wouldn't have any of this stuff. But the seed is always reaching for more. I heard an analogy where when the seeds are planted in the ground, and say somebody accidentally or on purpose, whatever it is, poured some concrete, that seed will still fight to get to the sun, to get up where it can grow. And that's why sometimes you'll see in the sidewalk, little cracks in the sidewalk, and you'll see the grass coming up there or the weeds coming up there. It's because it fought to get through that obstacle. Because it felt that it deserved to see the sun. It deserved to grow. And it was not satisfied being underground and not growing. So that's the same attitude we should take. I deserve this. I am a beautiful, wonderful child of God, and I deserve everything that's out there for me. And I'm just gonna hang out on Faith Street and wait on it and do what I need to do, and that's it. That's what I'm gonna do. See, as the book says as well, everything's temporary. Life is temporary. Us being in this shell, it's temporary. Because that's all this is. This thing here. This is all a shell. Bob Proctor says, we are a spiritual being having a physical experience versus the other way around. We're not a physical being having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. So when this shell is peeled away, our spirit's still here. Avoid clinging. That means Stop holding on to things that you know that no longer serve you, that you don't need, because you deserve more. You deserve different. You deserve change. You deserve happiness, love, all that stuff. But if you're holding on to all that old stuff that really doesn't serve you, or that you don't need or want, probably not even want, then those new things are not going to come to you, because you don't have room for it. You haven't made room for it. You're deserving of it, but you haven't made room for it. You haven't opened up and said, you know what? I'm going to open up and I'm going to accept all these gifts. I'm going to stay right here on Faith Street. I'm going to open my door. As soon as the delivered person delivers it, I'm going to open my door and I'm going to take it in. I'm not going to hold on to all this bad stuff, or stuff that I no longer need, or stuff that doesn't serve me. So when you surrender gracefully, you can change and you can accept the gifts for what they are. You are in a constant state of change. We strip away all the old programming. We strip away all the old negative feelings and all that kind of stuff, so that we can have that feeling that we deserve more, that we deserve happiness and love and money and smiling and all that stuff, or all those things. But we have to strip away the old stuff first, to just realize that this is what I deserve. And lastly, everything's going to be okay. No matter what, everything's going to be okay. If you're having problems thinking that you deserve something, do an affirmation, and do it multiple times during the day. Record yourself saying it. Listen to it in your earbuds. I deserve everything. I deserve happiness. I deserve love. I deserve money. I deserve children. I deserve whatever it is you want to deserve. And keep saying it to yourself until you feel it. Keep saying it. I see you stop saying it. Don't stop saying it. But you do deserve it. And you just have to open up and accept it, because everything's temporary, everything changes, and you can change right along with it. And fly, butterfly, fly. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop talking now and end this with gratitude. I am grateful for my children and grandchildren always. I am grateful for my mentors online and offline. I am grateful for that I earn money every day in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. I am grateful that my business is growing by leaps and bounds. I am grateful that I grow every day. I'm grateful I have my grandkitties here with me today, this weekend. I'm grateful that my daughter and son-in-law made it safely on their flight to Pennsylvania today. I'm very grateful for my company, my network marketing company. I am very grateful for Wesley Virgin that started me out on this journey. I'm grateful for Bob Proctor as well, that continues to take me through my personal development. And not that personal development does not have a graduation date, by the way. And I am hugely grateful for you visiting my channel, and so that you can like, subscribe, and subscribe to my channel. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. But in the meantime, I wish you peace, I wish you love, and I love you guys so much. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.